Hello, everyone. My name is CJohnson, and this is our last session together on quality improvement. And I want to thank you for being such a attentive audience. I thank you for allowing me to come before you, presenting to you the information that I have gathered. And if there's any questions, please hold your questions until the end of this presentation. So now let's begin. Let's see how much you remember of what I have presented to you. Quality improvement. A quality improvement plan is a formal approach to the analysis of practice performance and efforts to improve practice. Understanding and properly implementing QI is essential to a well-functioning practice and is necessary for any practice interested in improving efficacy, patient safety, and clinical outcomes. When most people think of QI or quality improvement, they usually associate quality improvement with healthcare. But actually, quality improvement is a broader system. For example, Walmart, Sears, Firestone, or even Jewel Osco. All these businesses ask customers how was their service that they received. But our purpose for this is to um, basically focus on healthcare. But I just wanted to give you guys that little bit of information. The purpose of a QI, it helps to reduce the amount of errors made. It increases adaptability. It increases productivity. Once the clinical staff and the clerical staff and even physicians have been trained, things may move a little slow in the beginning, but after they have mastered the new routine, the new training, things will go a little bit better in regards to patient care. The flow will increase greatly. And also, the purpose of QI can also improve morale within the company. Staff members enjoy knowing that they have provided a provided the best care possible for their patients. This will reduce rudeness among each other or even rudeness to the patients, and then also will increase the patient care. There will be more compassion from the staff to the patients. Quality improvement methods. There are different types of methods. For example, an annual diabetic review. What you need to do is review the patient charts who have diabetes, and then you need to make sure that the patient have had certain tests done within a certain length of time. For example, the A1C, which measures the blood sugars, a CMP, or a lipid testing. Another example, the annual asthma review. Review the charts of patients who have asthma. We need to find out whether or not that patient had an annual flu vaccine, whether or not the patient has an asthma action plan, whether or not the patient is using their medication only as needed, or are they using the medication on a daily basis. Next would be the annual Medicare visits. These visits are very important to doctors and to the patients. The patients need to come in to see the doctors on an annual basis to make sure everything is going well with them. Or simply a medication review. Patients are on certain medications, for example, blood pressure medications or heart medications or diabetic medications. Patients need to see their doctors every 6 to 12 months to make sure these medications are working for them. And if they need to have testing done, then they need to have these testings done at an appropriate time. The patient experience. When you think of patient experience, what do you mostly think of? It is the interaction the patient encounters the moment he or she arrives to the healthcare facility. It could be a hospital, emergency room, or just a clinic visit. How the patient is treated during these visits is very important because usually at the end of these visits, the patients do receive a patient survey. If they have an email address, the patient survey is emailed to the patient, and then the patient simply fills it out, sends it back to the company. And for some companies, this is how they make their changes based on how the patient feels about their company or about the care that they received. The importance of patient experience. The importance of patient experience has become a key factor in the healthcare industry. Because of this, why? Because of patient surveys, as I just mentioned. How a patient views the service received can have a major impact on the healthcare industry. Hospitals that produce higher patient experience scores do better financially, which I can understand. And sometimes word of mouth can spread quicker than a patient survey. Because usually when a person goes to a doctor's office, to the emergency room, or even to a retail business, family friends want to know how they've been treated or what type of care they received while they were there. Quality improvement applications. There are two. One is and reliability and flexibility. Quality management applications are the key to maintaining regulatory compliance and optimizing organizations' business process in preparation for continued growth and expansion. For example, continued employee training, patient safety, or following state laws and regulations. Allowing these applications to intertwine within the office or within the company can actually boost the morale, can actually increase the financial or the bottom line for most companies. Implementing a quality improvement plan. One way of doing that is through patient surveys. Another way of doing that is through employee surveys. Another way of doing that is creating a plan that will help reduce wait time, retraining the employees, retraining physicians. We have physicians that are of the older generation. We have physicians that are from the millennial generation, and we have physicians that are training that are in the Gen X generation. And each person learns at a different rate, and those that are of a higher, that are older, tend to be a little bit stuck in their ways. Here I have a line graph that shows the wait time in the waiting room and the wait time in the checkout. Here the red line shows that the wait line in the checkout line is a lot less than the wait time in the exam room. So there needs to be there needs to be something to reduce, some action taken to reduce the wait time in the waiting room. And here is just the same thing except it's in a bar form. But again, in the surface graph. Quality improvement methods. One is reliability is a term used to describe consistency, and validity is a test that is valid only if it measures what it is supposed to measure. For example, with reliability, the doctors are doing a diagnostic test. The test should measure what the doctor is looking for. And then with validity, that is a test for diabetes should show or should check for a test for diabetes and not look for heart disease from a diabetic test. And here are my references so that you guys may know where I got my information from.